Can you tell us about some of the indigenous people you've spent time with and what they taught you?
Yeah, I spent a lot of time with the San Klung Bushmen in Namibia, which was a real privilege. I used to go back there every year, and I remember one year we decided just to go bush, just myself, a friend, and two of the Bushman shamans. And we were sat round the fire one evening, and an owl hooted. And one of my Bushman friends, Gal, said, an eland has walked past over there. It was dark and you couldn't see outside the fire circle. And I said, how did you know that? And he said, oh, well, the owl just told me. And of course, my mind just exploded into lots of questions about, well, if an owl can signal to you and you can understand its hoot to show you there's an eland, what else? You know, do other birds say things you understand and do the I said to my friend, that's amazing. And my friend said, oh, there's no eland in this area. I don't think that's right. So in the morning we got up and I went and looked over to the bush where Gow had pointed, and sure enough there were eland tracks. So I came back to Gow and said, yeah, you are right. What else do you know? And he said, well, yeah, we do. Yes, we do understand the alarm calls and the different calls of animals, and they do relate specifically to different things that tell us. And I was it blew my mind. But one of the things he said was, but we know nothing compared to what our parents knew and our grandparents. And I think one of the things they really taught me in that instance was how much we've lost in terms of our understanding and knowledge of the natural world, and what we're capable of understanding as humans in an environment.
What are the most important survival skills that you've learned from indigenous people?
Yes, I think first and foremost is just knowing your landscape, knowing as deeply as you can where you are and what it affords you, what possibilities are in that landscape in terms of food and water and in terms of shelter. So knowing the landscape, and then one of the most critical things would be something like finding water. And another one would be patience. So just from being with and around Indigenous people, something I really observe is their patience with the tasks that can sometimes be tricky. Patience leads to observation as well, which is also needed.